Catch 'em all.
What's good? It's your boy Rico. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Duel. The Psychic, or the Poison Psychic Gym is upon us. Well, it's going to be here probably tomorrow, and I'm super excited for it. And I want to show you guys the team that I'm going to be bringing for that gym. Boom. This is my team. The double Gengar, double Toad, Crobat, and Venusaur. And it's going to be with the Gengars as runners and Venusaur as a 2MP. I think this is going to be a pretty good team. But this team gets countered heavily by Steel Energy. So if I'm facing a Steel Energy team, I'm in trouble. Man, if I had the Gengar, if I had the Mega Gengar, this deck would be scary. I would have the Mega Gengar, and instead of the Beedrill, I would probably have Venusaur, and I think this would be a scary team. There's so many teams I want to mess around with, but I want the Tapu Lele because I want to feed off that extra star, and I need the Cobalion just to help that team and help with Mewtwo because I really want to use Mewtwo really bad, but I need the Cobalion. But yeah, this is the team I'm gonna run for the gym. I played 3 matches in the hall, won all 3. I played a Steel team and luckily won. The opponent actually forfeited. But today, what's the most important thing is we are going to talk about this deck because we're going to talk about Jake and his friend Nick's theory of the Gardevoir using the Warpole to switch and do an easy evolution. Now I want to explain my deck really quick. I actually did the theory with Kirlia. And this is before the post was edited, and we thought that Kirlia did the switch, and I actually evolved a Charmeleon into a Megazord Y off of confusing an opponent. It was I don't know, I might post that game. I did it like probably a week ago, and it's only like 5 minutes long. I might post it, I might not. You guys let me know if you want to see it or not. But because I already did the Charmeleon, I was like, I'm going to do Wartortle because I did another deck when we did the deck for deck, trying to get an easy evolution off Wartortle, utilizing Dratini with the freeze and then Wartortle. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna try Wartortle, and I had to bring the Gardevoir obviously because that's where we're basing this deck around, the Wartortle. And then we need the rest. We need Watermons because Mega Blastoise gets the plus 10 damage from each water Pokemon. So bring Greninja because Greninja is the best water runner. I decided to bring Empoleon because of Ice Beam. In the event that Gardevoir fails, I have something that causes freeze. Hopefully Wartortle's around to capitalize on that. Seismitoad just to weaken the opponents. -20 is always good. And then I also brought the Crocodile into the Feraligatr because we have one Gardevoir. Okay, if I don't utilize the board efficiently and Wartortle's not around, I want to try and get an easy evolution off of the Crocodile. So let's jump into this match. I want to show you guys. It's in my photos. Oh, don't look at that. That's my friend ripped his hand at the gym today. But anyway, this is the match, and it's really long, so strap in. I only had to play this deck once for me to realize, not necessarily that I don't want to run it again, but it took only one time for me to get pretty frustrated. Because I want to preface this right away. This is the biggest troll game in the history of Pokemon Duel, okay? I want you guys to count how many misses we go through, alright? Take a look at my opponent's team. He's got the Charizard, interesting, without the evolution. Maybe they forgot. No, they didn't forget because of the plates. I don't know why they're running Charizard. 3K player, not many chains on this. But I immediately see a Magikarp, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. So, you know the goal is to try and get that Magikarp on the board, pull the Warpole, pull the switch, and then wreak havoc with my Mega Blastoise. Hopefully. Okay, so yeah, I move my opening move. My opponent brings on the Virizion. I'm looking at my monster. I'm like, what do I want to do here? I move the Toad here. For some reason, I don't know why. I honestly think I should have put my Gardevoir with the Virizion. I don't know why I wasn't thinking. This is the first time testing this deck. But for some reason, I was like, Toad matches really well against it. But I'm like, no, Virizion would have been better. Or, I mean, Gardevoir would have been better against the Virizion. I mean, they both have 2-star purples. My purple's a little bigger, I believe, in the wheel size. But then he moves up the Zapdos, and I have nothing really to counter the Zapdos. Like, I definitely don't want my Gardevoir there. So I did the next best thing, and I'm like, I guess we're going to put Greninja there because of the large dodge. Like I said, I already made a mistake there. And so yeah, now let's see how the rest of the game unfolds. Okay. Bring up Croconaw. I'm just trying to fill out my opponent, see what they're doing. Want them to do something. Brings up the Charizard, and I'm still like, why does this man have a Charizard? Because the Charizard has such huge whites, that's why I decided to bring up my Gardevoir. I'm like, okay. So now he starts advancing with his Charizard. My Wartortle is still on the bench, and I'm like, great. Now we're not going to even need to get to utilize the Mega Blastoise, so we're going to try the next best thing and move the Croconaw close to my Gardevoir in the event that he wants to continue advancing with the Charizard, but he doesn't. So he plays it safe, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. I'm going to keep advancing my Croconaw just to be right next to it, which I am. And then right here, I'm like, you know what? In the event that he keeps bringing on his Mons, like on the left side, I'm going to bring up my Wartortle, and I'm going to try to maneuver my Croconaw back up to the center so I can move my Wartortle in place. That's the plan. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Moves up Virizion. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Not only do I move my Croconaw to get out of Wartortle's way, I move to prevent the Virizion from doing sidestep, and now I can safely move my Wartortle right here, and I'm like, okay, this is good. Opponent attacks, and I'm like, uh-oh. Get a fortunate spin there. I get a nice spin there, and I was like, whew, okay. And it just from early on in this game, I'm like, okay, something feels weird. This game is just kind of weird. But yeah, I see that stupid Combuskin that I always complain about, and I'm like, ugh, I need to get out of his way. I don't want the Combuskin coming up towards me, which I think my opponent should have been doing, but he's not. I move my Croconaw back, and I move him back to the goal and then back to where he originally was. Why? I don't know. What am I thinking here? I'm pretty sure I just moved him back. Yeah, I do. In my head right now, I'm thinking that I want to get my Gardevoir. Okay, so attacks with Ho-Oh. Yeah, I get 2 fortunate rolls at the beginning of this game, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, I'm trying to do the theory here. Okay, I'm trying to do Jake and Nick's theory here, so I'm like, we're still gonna play around with it. In my head, like what I'm saying is, I'm thinking of moving this. I should be moving this Seismic Sword out of the way or attacking. Oh, okay, I guess I'm attacking. There's one miss. We're gonna bring up a miss counter. Okay, there's one. There's 2, 3. Okay, Zapdos and Greninja, and I was like, wow, this game is really weird. I kind of remember what happens here now. Double chances. And I win this roll. I'm like, why am I winning rolls? And he gets, what is that, 4? We're at 4 already? My opponent is getting very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So I'm like, all right, well, I need to get the Seismic Toad out of the way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna threaten game, and then it's gonna allow me to bring up my Gardevoir to set up the potential Whirlpool. Like, I mean, I obviously should have taken entry point, but I didn't want to. I want to bring up my Gardevoir. He attacks me. I get the dodge. He gets the Fire Blast, and I'm like, okay, now he's poisoned, which is good. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see me hurry in hitting my Wartortle. I'm like, all right, I'm going to put my Wartortle right behind my Gardevoir, and then we're going to double chance, and then it's going to be time. And what I learned, I only have 2 double chances. I definitely need to save the double chances for the Mega Blastoise. That's something I learned, okay? Anyway, I attack. I win the roll, but I'm like, nope, we're testing the theory. I want to get the Warpole. I get the Warpole, and I'm like, yes. We're bringing that Magikarp right on the board. They have weight, and it's time. It is time to bring out this Mega Blastoise, this monster. Nothing he can do. Pull the swap spot, and I'm like, all right, let's go. All I gotta hope on. Don't roll a miss. I get a dodge. I get a dodge. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna attack him again. We'll be fine. No, my opponent has he's got the Pokemon Switch, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me right now. Like, how is this possible? But what I do notice is he's negative 20 damage. I still have the X attack, and I'm like, I mean, it's risky. It's risky, but we have to make this happen. We have to test this theory. Go and attack this man, and guess what happens? I roll a second dodge. A second dodge. So many misses and already 2 dodges. And I'm like, ugh. the Charizard's coming up. I'm just gonna move my Empoleon just to block him off. I don't want him really advancing. And I'm falling asleep there. And his plan was to surround me, and I was falling asleep, and he does that. So I'm like, whatever. I'm revenging. I'm mad. Double chancing. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. The third dodge. The third dodge. And he rolls the Rainbow Wing, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me right now. You've got to be kidding me. I'm like, all right, we need to test the theory. 4 dodges in a row. How is this happening? But why stop at 4? Let's make it 5 freaking dodges. Had to move Gardevoir back because I didn't want to get swapped. I didn't want to get cheesed. But let's attack again. What's gonna happen? Rainbow Wing, then the dodge. Now I'm just upset, and I'm like, oh great. Now my War Turtle's gone. But for some reason, my opponent, opponent makes a mistake there, and I'm like, all right. Well, he's frozen. War Turtle, please don't like. Oh my God, we finally get the Blastoise on the board, and I'm like, okay, thank you. 5 dodges, should have been surrounded, but my opponent was falling asleep, just like I was falling asleep earlier. And the last 3 months he has on the board all have heavy whites, and I'm like, this is already looking good for me. I cannot wait for this to happen. My opponent attacks with Virizion. I'm like, oh. I have a pretty good matchup. Just please gets a Grass Knot, and I'm like, okay, he's gone. Now there's only 2 months, heavy whites. It's time to bring out this Mega Blastoise. It's time to bring out this monster, and I can't wait to do it. I have 3 spins if I hit the Turtle Missile, and there's only 2 months on the board. I get the Turtle Missile, and I'm like, perfect. This is awesome. Guess what? Magikarp's gone no matter what. All Charizard has to do is not roll a miss, and he doesn't. He's gone. Magikarp, you're gone. And guess what? It's my turn, and the only thing you can do to bring on is the Zapdos, which would be scary, and the Combustion. Actually, both have a decent matchup against Blast. Well, no, the Combustion has the best matchup. I thought it was regular Blastoise for some reason. But anyway, he attacks me, and I'm like, oh please, oh please, oh please. He gets the miss. What miss are we at right now? Because I don't even know. He gets the miss, and I was like, wow. So, I mean, things are looking good for me. All I gotta do is move, threaten game. I gotta survive 1 more roll. The only Pokemon, I mean, the best Pokemon he should bring on is Ho-Oh, because of the Rainbow Wing. X attacks. I think it's a wasted play. There's nothing. Even if he hits any of his whites, there's no way he would have beat me if I landed my white. Gets the Rainbow Wing. Gets the Rainbow Wing. Now he gets to cover the goal, and I have to attack him. I'm like, all right, Mega Blastoise, let's go. And then I learned. So here's what I have to take away from this deck, or from Mega Evolutions in general. Mega Evolutions are really there to like close the game, or a heavy rush, like if you have the Mega Gengar. Because now Blastoise is pretty much useless. Like Blastoise is trash. He's another miss. Blastoise is a huge purple. Like he gets KO'd. I mean, he does have the 110, but he does have those large misses. I mean, maybe if I invested some time into the Blastoise and brought him to level 10, he would be more usable. But I think mine's only at level 1. It's useless. And this deck lacks a beater. Okay, I mean, I have to rely on evolving Crocodile. And that's it. And Blastoise does 110, but that purple and the large misses. And you know what? For the rest of the game, at this point, like I tried playing for about another minute or two, but after I quickly gave up. Like I was just annoyed with everything that was going on. And you know what we're gonna do from now on out? I'm just gonna let you, because I think there's another 12 minutes of this game. So I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna let you guys watch this, and yeah. We'll collect my thoughts after, and we'll open up some boosters, okay? So, enjoy the rest of the match. All right. Listen. I know the rest of the match was very, very painful to watch. Uh, misplays on top of misplays on top of misplays. But at that point, like I really wasn't even being competitive anymore. I was just like, I was really just once I lost the Mega Blastoise, I was just like, I'm done, dude. I'm done, and I'm just moving on first impulse. Like I said, it wasn't even competitive, and it was annoying. But anyway, this video is way too long, so we need to open up these boosters and we need to end the video. So I get Eradicate. That's cool. Tapu Lele? Wait, can I even get the Lele? I don't even think I can. I just hope to get an EX so I can add a chain level. That's it. What are we going to get? No. Galvantula. Okay, so yeah, that's it. We're going to end it there. And can't wait for the gym to come out. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace.